So for the integrated washing machine, 4 bolts on back of it, unbolt them, use whatever you got until they're loose. Once they're loose, swiggle it, pull them out. All 4. Power's gone.
Who put this up here?
That's the electrician. Pull that off. Pull that off. Pull that out. Then get the instruction book. And in the instruction there's some caps. Plonk them on there. Plonk them on there. Beautiful, that's got one in. So it's all capped off. Now with these, they have some foam which is underneath them. You need to tilt it back and pull the foam out before you put the washing machine in. Otherwise when the drum goes, start bouncing on it and it'll knacker you. So this, you should always use 2 men. So I'm going to stop filming while my mate tilts it back and then we're going to pull it out. This is the piece of foam which is inside, underneath. It has a little ribbon, it has a sign on it saying you need to take it out. You must take it out. A lot of people forget that they're in, start it off, drum going, bang, bang, bang. Take it out, throw it. We cold feed, I've already put it in, 2.5 metre lead straight into washing machine, into sink, where sink is. I always have the washing machine valve where the sink is. So if it ever leaks, you'll know about it. I don't like them right behind them. You can't put them right behind this anyway. But the 2.5 metre lead will screw on there. So if anybody comes to service this, they'll be able to pull it out. Nice and easy. And push it back in. Plenty of hose on it. Then the plug's going to be in that cupboard so they can get in and switch it off. And then the waste is just at the side of it in a proper washing machine trap. So that will go straight into my washing machine trap. I'll put some tape on so it can't go nowhere and job will be a good one. Once the electrician's finished in that board, we'll get in. So we've got his washing machine in, we've got his fitting blocks in, screwed them down to the floor so they're solid so they can't move, so when we put the legs on it it's going to be solid. The waste is in there, we've screwed the loop up so the waste is going higher and then down so it's going to shoot away. The cold feed is on, no leaks, beautiful. So all we're going to do now is lift the washing machine onto the sliding blocks, slide it in. We put a frame here for my door, that's exact same. It's just mimicking a unit. I've put a second set along here to support this worktop because there's no panel here. So it just gives that worktop more firmness. So people putting weight on it, it won't bow. So we put another bracket, put brackets all the way along back there so it can't push down from top. And we're just going to lift it in, put it in. But integrated washing machines, I don't like them, me, because you can fit them perfect. They'll be right, as soon as someone overloads it, drum starts wobbling, washing machine starts wobbling. Doors attached to washing machine, door wobbles. You just can't stop it. You physically can't stop it. They're only good if people use them to what they're supposed to use them. But nowadays, with kids and families, to ram them washers in, overload them, drum gets unbalanced, starts wobbling washing machine, and that's it, door starts wobbling, starts jigging. So I would always, me personally, I would always go for a freestanding washing machine. It's 10 times better. Might not, the only thing, you might not have a door on it, but at least you know that washing machine, every time it goes on, it's not going to rattle, and door's not going to go ting 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 ting. Do you know what I mean? And no matter what anybody says, don't let them tell you that it don't happen, because it does. Especially when they're overloaded and drum's done. So, we'll get it in now. So the washing machine's in. It's as sturdy as what it can be. We bolted the legs up. It's bang level. Front, back and bottom. So it's bang level every single angle. That's all we can do. We hang the door. If you want trouble-free washing, always get a freestanding washing machine. Because the integrated ones, once you overload this drum, it's going to start bouncing about. That door's going to start bouncing about and you can't stop it. You can't bolt these to the wall. They're just freestanding. So we've done everything we can. Just as long as it don't get overloaded, it should be alright. As soon as it gets overloaded, they just wobble. You know what a washing machine's like, don't you? Well, that's what an integrated one is. And there we go. Job's a good one. Hello. I put a camera down here so you can see what I'm doing. This sink we have to silicone in. So a nice thick bead. Nice thick bead like that, cut your nozzle. Nice thick bead. Don't forget 10mm in. I had to do night shift tonight, just to get ready. Make sure you put a nice thick bead because you want this sticking. This is what's going to form a seal for the sink. This is how Frankie wants it doing. So if people go, oh, you should do that, you should put a seal on it, I don't think so, mate. Nice big fat bead all the way around. Make sure it's all clean, dust free. I PVA'd this about 3 or 4 times with my brush. House will fall apart before that rots. So nice thick bead. Nice thick bead around Frankie's sink. Once you start putting this in, you have to make sure you get it right, because once it goes in, that's it, it don't come out. Drop it in level. How I do it now, I've got it level. Before I push it in, I have a look to make sure that catch is there. We can't see that one. Can I see that one? Then push it in, try push it in level. Beautiful, see that? Let the silicone just squash out. Don't start playing with it. See how flat that is? That's what you want. See how flat? You want it nice and flat. Just keep going round it. Make sure you push down every section. Just leave the silicone, don't touch it. All we're doing is making sure that this sink is fully in all the way around. See, you need to go there, you can hear it click. If you want to go round there, every inch you want to know. Unless you are Einstein and you could see the future for when you come back. Beautiful. Now you've got it at that stage, you wipe your hands and you don't touch it. Just leave it. If fault, put some cardboard in it, put your toolbox on it. Leave it, come back tomorrow. Stanley knife just round that and it'll just peel off like a work of art. That's why I like these sinks, because with these sinks there's no water getting through it. None. None at all. These Frankie sinks, I think, are the only people who's designed a sink where you put it in with silicone like this. I don't know any other that do it. But it's nice. It's flat, you know it's sealed. It's bang on. Just bang on. That's it for today. We've had a really busy day. Electrician's been. It's hard when you're working on top of each other. And we're having to get stuff right. Everything's right, it's in right places, all the appliances in, all working. Lovely. Doors, it'll take no time. I only put the doors on at the last minute to make sure no gets damaged. Because when you have decorators or electricians or whoever in and they're messing about with the ladders, it's not a good thing. Do you know what I mean? So the doors will only go on the last minute and then it'll be finished. So tomorrow at Cornice, I'm going to fit a freestanding dryer in there. I found a slimline one from one of my wholesalers, and what we're going to do is cut the back out of that plasterboard so we can push it back, because there's quite a big void here. That socket comes down, so there's no cable, so we'll cut it out there, and then that dryer I'll push in there. We'll put an hinge on it here and it'll shut on that, because he wanted a door on it. Now dryers are on shortage. 4 months, 6 months, they're a nightmare. Everything's a nightmare because of this COVID. You won't believe the shortages what we're suffering with. Just stuff not here, bits missing. It's a nightmare. So island's done. This is where it's exactly where it's staying. Electrician has put a socket in there in case customer ever wants to put a pop-up socket in the worktop at a later date. He's just thrown that in and thought ahead, because if you want to pull that socket in while you were doing that and you wanted one of them pop-up sockets, you would have struggled, especially when all the floor's down, everything's on it, and then in 6 months time you think, oh, I really need a socket here to plug my phone in, plug my computer in if I'm working here. So he's thrown a socket in while they were doing it, because he's a good lad. And then it's there, if he wants one he just has to pay for the unit and for the unit fitting at a later date, which will be easy. So all the appliances in, we've had a long day. Me and Lee's done night shift today. Like my channel, please subscribe and don't forget to like. Thank you. MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms.